grounds. The disallowance
of the S genitive match the irrelevance of the gender of a noun, which is narrowly begun measured of dissected.
So this is the second factor. Have you got it? I have just told you about the first factor that influences yes, the choice of gender. What is the first factor? You can explain it, please? The first one. Who else? Who else? Come on. Yes, Hal.
The gender classes represented by a noun from the upper nouns in gender classes.
What gender class?
Animate.
Yes. Animate nouns.
Yes. Personal.
Particularly person and animal with human gender characteristics take as gender. The second one, that have just seen, is that basically nouns that can be measured. Nouns that can be measured.
Yes.
Or clefted, clefted.
Yes.
Nouns that can fall in two parts. Do not take the object. Do not take the S genitive. Sorry. Okay. Nouns that can be measured. Nouns that can be measured or clefted. Do not take the S genitive. Okay. Yes.
Yes. Further factors influence the choice of genitive.
Further factor influencing. This is the third factor. I told you that there are factors influencing. This is number 3. Yes?
Of genitive is information.
This is the third one. The third factor. The first reason for favoring one or the other, which is information focus. You know information focus? Information focus. Yeah. It means that. Go.
The S genitive enabling use to give and focus to one noun. The of genitive to another. Compare the following.
Go. Have you got it? The third factor influencing the choice of your genitive is what's called information focus. It means that if you use S genitive, you are focusing on certain noun. But if you use an of genitive, you are focusing on another noun. Each one focuses on certain noun. Each have two genitives?
Yes.
Each one, for example, the S genitive helps us or enables us to focus on, to emphasize on a specific noun in a sentence. But the of genitive, on the other hand, enables us to focus, to emphasize on another noun. And the same sentence, yeah. The same sentence.
You mean we have two nouns in the same
We have, of course, two nouns. When you say, for example, the ship's funnel. You know ship's funnel? The ship's funnel? Yeah, we have two nouns, ship and funnel. If you use, for example, as genitive, you are let's say you are focusing on the ship. But if you use as genitive, of genitive, you are focusing on the funnel. Look at this example. Yes. The explosion damages the ship's funnel. In this example, we are focusing on the ship. This example, because we have, we don't know which funnel. Funnel? No, chimney. Chimney, yeah. In this example, we do not know which funnel has been damaged. All we know is that one of the funnels in that ship has been damaged. Which one?
We don't know.
And no.
We focus on the noun.
So we focus on what? We focus on the noun. Both nouns. We focus on the ship. If you use a genitive, you are focusing on the ship. Okay. Again, the explosion damaged the ship's funnel. Let's suppose, remember Titanic? You see, Titanic?
Yes.
Titanic has, four funnels. Which one has been damaged? We don't know. So we are focusing on the ship itself, not the funnel. Okay? With S genitive, you are focusing on the ship. Read the second one.
P. Having looked at all the funnels, he considered that the most handsome was the funnel of the orange.
In this example, we are focusing not on the funnel, not on the ship itself, but we are focusing on the funnel. Which one has been damaged? It is the funnel of the orange. We have a certain noun that is specific. Huh? Got it?
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
Who can repeat?
Yeah.
Who can repeat? Who else? Come on, please wake up. Wake up, dead guys. Come on. Who else? Yes, Ahmed.
Sir, in the first we are focusing on a general noun. But
Not general one. You are focusing on certain noun, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Second, we are focusing on one pronoun.
Who else? Yes, one.
The third
Factor?
factor is about the S genitive and O genitive.
Yes.
When we use S genitive, for example, the shape of
Ship's funnel.
yeah, we focus about the shape. But if we use O, we focus on the channel.
Yes, funnel. Yes. One last participation. Yes, Hannah.
If we have a sentence and it contains two nouns, we use the S genitive to focus on a certain noun in the sentence.
Yes.
And we use the of genitive to focus on the other noun.
Yes, good. Yes. So all we can say is that the first factor influencing the choice of genitive is called affirmation focus, in the sense that choosing the S genitive enables us to focus on one noun, while using the of genitive enables us to focus on another one within the same sentence. Okay? Yes.
The principle is congruent again with the
Congruent. Cannot congruent mean correspondent. Correspondent or appropriate or even similar. Suitable. Appropriate, suitable.
Again with the preference for the O genitive, with partitive and oppositive where an S
Appositive.
Appositive.
Yeah, appositive. Yes, appositives.
Appositives wherein as genitive would result in undesirable or opposite final prominence.
Can we say the problems part? No. Why? Because I have just told you that the second factor influencing the type of choice of genitive is that as genitive cannot be used with nouns that can be measured or reflected. In this example, you are measuring which part of the problem, right? As if you are measuring something. So when you say, it means that the problem has, let's say, 4 parts. In this example, it means that the problem has, some parts or different parts. If you say the problem's part, you are measuring which part. This is not acceptable in English. You cannot use adjective with nouns that can be measured. مو صح؟
You mean specific?
No, measured. أنت من تقول parts, the problem's part. معناها it means that the problem has, let's say, for example, 4 parts. صح؟ When you say the problem's part,
It's measured.
measuring, this is measuring. Adjective is not used with measures. Okay? So again, what are the factors? This is very important. What are the factors influencing the choice of adjective? What are the factors influencing the choice of adjective? 3. Yes, Malik. ليش طبعا مش راح مشاركة شلون والحل مو هاي مهمة هذا ركز غير معناها مهمة. يس منير.
The nouns which cannot be measured.
Yes. Is that?
Gender classes, information focus,
Yes, yeah. Ali? Farah?
The S genitive used with animate nouns and highest animals with
You can say that the first one is gender classes or gender class. Yes. وتشرحي لي عليهم شنو gender class? You say that as genitive is normal. تكتبون هسه شنو يشرح لها وين تكتبون؟ As genitive is favored is normally used with nouns that are higher on the gender scale. No higher. I mean animate nouns, whether they are persons or animals with person gender characteristics. Number 2. Yes.
with nouns that can be
Measured. We have to not take as genitive. And number 3. Information focus. Yeah, information focus.
We have two
have two nouns.
Yeah. Each choice, each choice,
Yes.
each one
focuses on
certain name within the same sentence. Yes. والله خزي. والله خزيك والله خزيتون. اشرحها هاي وهي واضحة. اشرحها. شلون؟ Choice of as genitive. Choice. واضح. The title is very clear, obvious. I mean, what are the circumstances? What are the nouns that we normally use as genitive with? With. Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes, Brian.
Choice of as genitive. The following four limited noun classes normally take the as genitive.
So, what are the nouns that normally take the as genitive? Number 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 noun classes. We have 4 noun classes that take the as genitive. Number 1.
Personal names.
Personal names. Yes. Segovia.
Ethiopia.
Yeah, this is a person. I don't know. This is personal. Personal. Yes. Or George Washington statue. Yes.
B.
2. Personal.
Personal noun.
We have personal name. We have personal noun. Yes. Wahab, could you please tell me, is there a difference between personal name and personal noun? Are they the same? Yes, the same. Well, would you please give me an example of a personal name? Yes. Go on. Go.
C.
Yes. B.
B.
Personal nouns.
The boys.
The boy is personal noun. But for example, Adam's car. Adam is personal name. Yes, go.
My sister in Laos.
Yes.
C. Collective nouns.
Collective nouns. This is the 3rd class.
Yes.
Collective. You know collective?
Yes.
Show collective. What are collective nouns? Yalla, who could yes? What are collective nouns? What's the meaning of group nouns? I couldn't get you guys. What's the meaning of group nouns? Collective nouns. Yes, who else? What are group and collective nouns? Define collective noun. Yes. Masha?
Yes, those nouns can come in a group like family.
Yeah. Nouns that refer to group of people or different individuals or different people or a lot of people, a lot of individuals. For example, family, government. Each noun itself consists of so many different individuals. Yes. And go. Read examples. The government's conviction. Yeah. Government is collective noun. The nation's social security. Yes. And finally, number 4. Higher animals. You know higher animals?
Yes, sir.
Bigger animals? Yes. horse's tail, or the lion's hanger. Yes, so these are the 4 noun classes that normally take the S genitive. Again, what are the 4 noun classes that take the S genitive? Yes, number 1. Yes, thank you. Yes, number 2. Yes. Yes, collective nouns, and finally higher animals. Okay? Yes, go on. The inflected genitive
is also used with certain kinds of endemic nouns.
Do not forget, if we say inflected genitive or S genitive, they have. I mean, this is the same. It's just a matter of terminology. Sometimes we say inflected genitive, or sometimes we say S genitive. They are the same. Okay? Yes. So the S genitive is used with certain kinds of inanimate nouns. Inanimate nouns. You know inanimate?
Yes,
Non-human. Non-human. Yes. They can't breathe. It can't walk. Inanimate. Yes. Number 1.
Geographical and
This is geographical and institutional names. For example, year's future.
The school's history and
Maryland's Democratic Senator.
London's
Water supply. Yes. Number 2. Temporal. Temporal nouns. You know temporal? You know temporal, we have something, permanent, and we have something temporal. Permanent, I mean something that lasts for a very long time. Temporal, something that lasts for a very short time, limited short time. I mean short living. Temporal.
Specific time.
No, temporal, limited. Yes, for example, among general development and science. Yes, thank you. Now, close your books, all of you, please. Close your books. Yes, quickly, please, all of you. Quickly. Close them, please. Close them. Close your books, all of you. Close your books, all of you. Yes. What are the 4 noun classes that normally take the S genitive? Yes, lady number 1. What are the noun classes that normally take the S genitive? Yes, number 1. Number 1. Sorry. Number 1. First. Yes, again. Personal nouns. Yes. Number 2. Collective nouns. Number 3.
Personal names.
Names. Number 4, finally. Yes, Munir? Yes, number 4. Next one. Higher animals. Okay? Yes. What are the inanimate nouns that normally take the S genitive? What are inanimate nouns that normally take the S genitive or the inflected genitive? Yes, number 1. Geographical and institutional names. Number 1. Number 2. Yes, maybe. Yes. Yes, Zahra. Zainab. Zahra. Number 2. Yes. Rada?
Yes, certain activity of human interest.
Yeah. Certain activity to human interest. Finally, number 3. Yes. Temporal nouns. Okay. So we have certain inanimate nouns that take S genitive, and we have inanimate nouns that take S genitive. Okay. Yes. Now we have
So
choice.
when you went them in the exam, you mentioned all that, or you
It
specify
depends on my
element
class.
or-
Depends on my class. It depends. Yes. Yes, choice of gender. Clear? We've just finished with the choice of the adjective. Now we turn to the second type of genitive, the other type, which is the objective. Yes. Of course, we have certain factors, we have certain nouns that specifically, particularly take the as objective. Yes, please.
They of genitive is chiefly used with nouns that belong to the bottom part.
Shouldn't belong to the bottom part of the gender scale. What does that mean? The objective is chiefly used with nouns that belong to the bottom part. What does that mean, please? Yes.
With the n
If you have a look, in your mind again, if you remember the gender scale, we have I think 10 noun classes. We have animate, inanimate, personal, and personal. If you remember, the bottom part consists of higher animals, right? Lower animals, and inanimate nouns. معناها, it means that the objective is chiefly used with those three classes. Higher animal, lower animal, and inanimate nouns. Inanimate nouns, non-human nouns. Okay? That's what's meant by bottom part. Yes.
That is especially with animate nouns.
With inanimate.
Inanimate nouns.
Inanimate معناها non-human. Yes.
Inanimate nouns.
The title
of the book.
of the book. Where is the noun? This is the question. We have the title of the book. When you go with inanimate noun, well, the title of the book. Where is the noun? That that's something related to it. That's something belongs to it. I'm gonna have the title of the book.
Yes.
No, please raise your hand. Yes. Yes. What have you said? Title. Title is the noun. It is. Title is related to the book. So we are about the word book. So book is an inanimate noun. So normally it takes the object. We cannot say the book's title. This is wrong. The title of the book. Why? Simple speaking, because the book is.
Inanimate. And
Okay.
focus on the book.
Yes. Go on, please.
Yes, the inflection of the role. In these two examples, in genitive of the book would be widely acceptable, but in many instances this is not so. The height of the wall of the windows of the house related no double to the bound made about information focused. However,
Yes, thank you. That's enough. The second paragraph. The second one. Yes. Yes, me.
In measure, relative,
In measure.
measure.
Yes. Please underline these words. Put the line under them. Measure. Partitive and appositive. Measure. Partitive and appositive. شو بيهم دول؟ Expressions.
Genitive.
The objective.
Is the usual form except for
Temporal
temporal measure.
Okay. So it means that we use objective generally with measure, partitive, and appositive, except with temporal. Temporal measure. Measures or nouns that last for a very short time.
Short time.
Yes.
A month stressed. And in the most
Idioms. Idiom. Idioms?
No.
Expressions.
Such as his money's
So his money's worth.
at arm's length.
An arm's length. Yes.
Again, where the objective would normally be used.
Well, the objective would normally be used in instances
Are found with the inflected from the
in newspaper
headlines.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps for reason of space economy.
Have you got it? Have you understood that? We just said that the objective is normally used with nouns that occur on the bottom of the gender scale. It means particularly with inanimate nouns. But sometimes, even though the noun is inanimate, we use the adjective, especially in newspaper headlines. Newspaper headlines.
Yes, sir.
Headlines. عناوين مجلات.
Yes, sir.
Why? For the sake of economy. In order not to take very very large space. Okay, for the sake of space economy. So put it again. Objective is normally use with nouns, the antonymic nouns, but sometimes within those nouns we can use the adjective, especially in newspaper headlines, in newspaper titles, magazine titles. Why? For the sake of space economy. In order not to take a very, very long or very large space within the magazine or newspaper. Yes, example? First, fire at UCLA. Yes. Institute's roof damaged. Institute's roof damaged. The word institute, just like college or university, it is inanimate. So normally, no inanimate nouns take adjective, but here, because this is a title or a headline for newspaper, we use adjective. Why? Again, for the sake of economy. Okay? Yes. But the next one, the subsequent line, the start of the paragraph starts like this, where the subsequent news item
need to begin.
The roof of the Science Institute
on the campus with the walls damaged last night as the fire swept through.
Yes, thank you. That's it. Group genitives. A group, group genitives. It means two genitives within the same sentence. The of genitive as well as the as genitive within the same sentence. Is that possible? Yes, that's possible. Yes. I need someone to read, please. Who else? Yes, they have. Do not forget. Group genitive means two genitives, two types within the same sentence. Yes.
And some post-modified nouns phrases it is possible to use an as genitive by affixing the
inflection.
The final part of the post-modification rather than to the head noun itself. The teacher's room. The teacher of the music room.
We have the teacher's room. This is one genitive. The teacher's room. This is one genitive, which is the inflected genitive or adjective. But the teacher of music's room. Most two genitives?
Yes.
Or sorry, group genitives?
Yes.
Yes, this is group genitive. Yes, go on.
This group genitive is regularly used with such
post-modification. It is normally used with post-modifications such as someone else's house.
As in someone else's house. The hair appearance noun as well preposition.
Yeah.
Phrases. Other example in the flow conditional and our and all discuss a week or so
sunshine.
Sunshine.
Yes.
The group genitive is not normally acceptable following in clause though in colloquial use one sometimes for example like
not acceptable following the clause, yes.
Old man, what do you call him? The house has been painted.
Yes.
A man I know son has just been arrested.
That means that those sentences are not acceptable in English. Grammatically they are correct, but they are not acceptable. Okay?
In normal use, especially in writing such as the genitive word be replaced by of genitive. The son of a man I know has just been arrested.
Thank you. Now we have genitive with ellipses. Genitive with ellipses. If you ask me, you want to finish? If you want to ask me, sir, is that important, or what's the question about, for example, group genitive? I might give you a question with 5 sentences. Each one is related to a certain type of genitive. And I ask you to identify the type of genitive. This is group genitive. This is two genitive. This is genitive with ellipses. Okay, just identify the type. Okay? For example, I give you the teacher of a music room. When I ask you to identify, you just say, this is called the group genitive, or the two genitive, or what else? We have genitive with ellipses. Okay? Yes, genitive with ellipses.
Just the group genitive and genitive with ellipses?
Yes, that's all. That's all about this one. Genitive with ellipses. Yes, Salah.
The genitive with ellipses. The noun modified by the S genitive may be omitted.
May be omitted. The noun modified, the noun that takes the S genitive may be omitted or deleted
If the context
makes
its
identity,
clear.
you know, if the context makes it so clear for everyone. Yes, example.
My car is
My
faster
car
than
is
yours.
faster than John. Who can complete this sentence? If I say, for example, my book is bigger than yours. Yours what?
Your book.
Good. So it means that the context makes it clear that which noun we are talking about. So if the noun is so clear for everyone, we omit that noun. Okay? Leaving the S genitive, alone. Yes, again. Go on, sorry. His memory
is like an elephant.
His memory is like an elephant's. Like an elephant's what? Memory. His memory is like an elephant's memory. No need to repeat two words within the same sentence. This is called genitive with this elliptic one. Omitted genitive. Okay? Yes.
Jones is a nice
Jones is a nice car. Jones what?
car.
Good. Jones car. No need to say car. Why? Because the context is so clear for everyone. Unless you are, I don't know. So if the context is so clear. Yes.
With the of genitive in comparable environments, a pronoun is not.
With of genitive, you will have to use the pronoun. If you omit a noun, you have to use a pronoun instead. Yes. For example.
The population of New York is
The population of New York is greater than
that of Chicago.
See, that is a pronoun. It replaces what? Replaces the whole noun phrase. You cannot say the population of New York is greater than what? If I say greater than of Chicago, the sentence is so ambiguous. Why? Because the context. The context is not clear, because it's not obvious, but in this sentence, because of the of construction. So if we use of construction, you have to use a pronoun to refer to what? To the noun, or the noun phrase. So in this sentence, that refers to the population. That refers to what? To the population. When I go, the population of New York is greater than that of Chicago. It means that it's greater than the population of Chicago. We use a pronoun because we have of construction. While there is no need for a pronoun or a noun if you have S genitive. Okay? Clear? Yes. Yes. Well, we have just said that sometimes when the context is clear or obvious, we omit the noun. Good. This occurs only with S genitive. But with of genitive, the matter is different. Yes. With of genitive, the matter is different. This means that if you use of genitive, you have to use a pronoun. Yes. You have to use a pronoun to refer to the previous one. As in the population of New York is, let's say, for example, greater than, for example, New Zealand. What does that mean? Sentence is nonsense. Ambiguous. But if I say the population of New York is greater than that of New Zealand, this is clear. Why? Because of the pronoun.
Should we use?
We have to use a pronoun if you use of genitive. There is no need for a pronoun if you use of genitive. S genitive. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Go on, please.